Yo, it's your boy Goldy with my boy Tuti. What
What up?
up?
What up? What up? Let's
So,
get it.
this is our first episode here with our podcast today. Something we want to venture off into here. We got a lot of interesting stories. We both have had different upbringings, but obviously life has brought us two together. So, um,
Most definitely.
let's go ahead. We'll get started here. I'm Garrett, aka Goldie, as most of my friends know me. Got the nickname from high school football, which, ironically, how I met Raul. Um,
Yup. Yup.
Man, so my background, I mean, I love everything from cars, video games, football, anything and everything football. To be honest with you, um, car
Most
collector,
definitely.
car collector, and we got the ECC flag in the background. ECCMN, Snapchat, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch TV. We are. I started off this ECC as a way to teach people who are vehicle enthusiasts, car enthusiasts, as a way that they can get into cars, and I can teach them how to drive stick with vehicles that I own. Um, right now, just being a Dodge Dakota, but vehicles I own, they can get into that passion without having to go buy a car and potentially cause damage to their vehicle, learning on their own or anything like that. Have that good starting block for that passion, right? So that being said, Raul, why don't you give us a little bit more information about you?
My name's Raul Castro, but people call me Tuti. That's my nickname. My mom gave to me when I was a kid, and like just growing up on the east side, didn't know nothing about cars at all. Like my car knowledge was like bare, like zero at all until I met Goldie really, and Goldie told me about cars and stuff like that. And him with his family growing up about vehicles and all that good stuff. So and like growing up, still didn't really know nothing about cars until I started working with Goldie. So at the time, before like I knew Goldie since high school. Then like and after high school, we were just talking here and there and playing games here and there. Then he told me about he got into this industry, environmental industry. And I told him at the time he posted his car, his beater, his wagon,
The blue wagon,
the
Mark
blue
IV
wagon
Jetta
at the
wagon.
time, and I could I used to be like for me personally I used to smoke weed. I always used to be
A
a
lot.
weed a pothead. Like it was insane. Like
This
people would
dude,
smoke cigarettes back to back. That's how I was smoking weed. I
he
was
would smoke joints like they were fucking cigarettes. Like this man was
yes,
a chain weed
and I had
smoker.
a Corolla. I have a 2014 Corolla, and that thing was always filled with weed, buds,
I don't know
everything.
how he never got
I
pulled
don't
over for
know
that
how I never got pulled over.
shit.
God bless me. You know, I love that car, RP. Someone, that's a different story.
We'll
But
get into that. We'll get into that
we'll
another
get into
time.
that later. So, like, so for like then at the time I was working a janitor job and I working a holiday part time. And I was taking like 4 or 3 buses there at the time. So if you take 4 or 3 buses, if you are a bus driver, that's like almost like 5 hours out of your day. You have to wake up early. You have to be there on time for the bus, and if you have to take the express, this express buses come an hour and 30 minutes every time. So you have to wait an hour and 30 minutes until you're there, standing. There's no sitting around from the express area, sitting on your head, standing on the cold, or sitting on your ass in the cold, wet weather. Because Minnesota, and weather is to be fucking deadly. But so on, go on. I quit smoking. Goldie posted
My
his wagon
wagon.
on there. I was like, "Yo, bro, I need a car. Can you teach me how to drive manual and shit like
So
that?"
with
And
that, I mean, don't get me wrong. So like part of that whole situation too. I mean, Raul's been the homie since high school. Like you said, we met playing football in high school.
yo,
He was all lineman. I was a receiver, cornerback. I was a little bit skinnier back then, you know. But
yo,
anyways, no. So Raul was the homie, and I had like I posted my wagon, and I had probably like 4 or 5 offers like right away from the jump. Um, and then Raul hit me up, and he was like, "Yo, can I get that car?" So I'll let you continue on there, Raul. You can kind
yeah.
of go in a little bit
Then
more.
after I got the car, I told him like, I don't have all the money right now. I have like half of it like right now in pocket. Can I give you this and this half, and you give me like a few or 3 lessons how to drive, And then he's like, all right, bet. I'm not gonna lie, I sucked ass at the beginning.
Which,
It was
ironically, this is how ECCMN started. He gave me the idea for it. I'm not gonna lie, because he's like, you're actually a really good teacher, bro. I was like, yeah, but I taught a few people how to drive stick now, from my family members to my coworkers. But
Yo,
that's how ECCMN started, anyways.
then at first, like the first 3 or 4 lessons, I was dog water, and then I was like, "Can you?" It's like, "Can you drive it to my house?" And like, I'll do everything that you taught me right now, and I just go over and over again down the street, back and forth, and I got it. Literally, what everything he taught me was just running back in my head. Him like in the fucking shoulder, like, do this, do this. You got it. All right, now go fast. So
So, and don't get me wrong, by like the time third or fourth one, like we got to where we were driving down the road and stuff too. I mean, with anybody with learning how to drive manual, like the hardest part's always starting and stopping, right? People say that you hear all the time, and it truly is. And it's even worse because I remember one time we were at an intersection, and there was somebody behind us, and Raul.
I froze up and stalled the car.
It gives you anxiety when you know there's people waiting. At least one thing, because you're already nervous and you're learning something new. But like when you're actually like driving on the first time and you have somebody behind you, and then it's added pressure, and if you're taking too long, people are gonna honk at you, and there's even more pressure. It just gives a very high anxiety, no matter who you are. Like it's gonna make you anxious.
Yeah.
And so like you got it down pretty much on that starting and stopping, and then that's why I told them too. Like when you're driving any vehicle, but especially manual, like no one on the road is more important than you, right? Like you have to watch out for yourself. You are making sure nobody's gonna hit you. Nobody's gonna, you're not gonna hit anybody else. So like at the end of the day, when you're on the road, nobody's more important than you. So take your time starting and stopping. Even if it takes you a couple seconds longer, who cares if they fucking honk at you? Fuck them. Fuck them. You're just trying to get going. You're just driving, bro. Fuck them.
You're learning, and everything takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day.
No.
And that's the fucking truth. So after that, I told him like, he asked me like, "You still smoking?" I was like, "No, I've been 6 months sober." He's like, and he was.
I was shocked.
He was mind blown.
I was
what?
shocked.
You quit smoking? That's insane. I was like, yeah, dog. It's like I realized like it was a hindrance on my life that I needed to stop smoking if I really want to get a really good ass job. I had to quit smoking, and some people find really good jobs smoking, some people don't. But I knew for a fact, for me personally, I had to quit smoking. And Garrett told me about this. Like, yo, I'm working. I'm not working like it. Was it Wank at the time still?
No, I had
Or was it?
No, it wasn't even because you started with the.
No, like I started. But when you left the last one, was it?
Oh,
Wank or...
it started off as Wank, but then it got bought out and it was turned into which I'll kind of go into that a little bit more because that's a big portion of my back. Well, let's finish where we were going. Yeah, but anyways, basically I told Raul, I was like, look, man, I was like, if you stop smoking weed, which I was shocked by because, like, I told him if you ever stop, like, let me know. I'll hook him up. And I was like, look, dude, I was like, come work with me. Stop working 2 jobs. And I guarantee you're making more money now than you were working 2 jobs. I was like, quit working 2 jobs. Like I sold him the car, even though I had other offers for more money. But I was like, look, I'm just trying to help my man out, right? Like Raul's been the homie for a good minute. Stop smoking weed. If he gets a car, he can make it to work. Like it'll be a good opportunity for everybody involved. So I was like, you know what? I'll sell it to the homie. So I took a couple payments from him, taught him how to drive it. Now here we are. Now what? You're in your 3rd VW now since then.
Yeah. I had each of the first 2 for a year, and I sold them like.
Yeah.
I sold them like off the bat. Then now I got 2019. I love this vehicle. I got my own apartment. I'm in my own place. I got my CDL.
Yeah, just got your CDL.
It's been a blessing to my life in so many ways. Don't even get me started. I'll cry.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting a little bit too.
I don't like. My plan was go to trade school. I was gonna go to trade school. I was gonna do plumbing or marine welding. I was gonna do one of those 2.
Damn, my man's trying to do underwater basket weaving.
Yeah, I was literally thinking about just packing everything up and going down to Florida and living on an oil rig type shit. And then I would have been away from my family, my mom. And then that's a different story. But like, my mom needs me. Like, I'm her only boy, and she needs me. And my sister needs me. Sadly, like, like everyone needs me. My family needs me, so I was like, I didn't want to go away at the same time, but to make my life better, I'm number one. You gotta put it in your head that you always number one, even if you're between families and stuff like that. You are always number one. This is your soul. This is your body. This is your mind and heart. You have one ride, and you gotta make sure that ride's nice and smooth. You're gonna go through some bumps in here and shit like that, but you don't want to wreck that shit.
Yeah.
You want to go nice and smooth, go through bumps, hardship. You lose a tire here and there. That's life. You get rolls on the bumps and you keep on continuing that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But
At the end of the day, no one's like only person you got looking out for yourself. Who always has your best interest in mind is yourself. That's all
yeah,
it is. The only person who's always gonna have your back, no matter what.
that's the truth. Like and like yes, like within like I'm where in my life right now. I'm like yes, I want more money. Yes, I want more money. Like everyone wants more money, because to do things. But like with the cost of living and everything, all that shit comes in handy. But like, if you are at a good job where they care about you, and you have people around you that care about you, life will be better. Like right now, I'm in a job where I have people around that care about me. I have the homie that's the boss man. He cares about me. That's care right now. You know what I'm saying, Goldie? And like other people that like have good interest in my life that care about me. That wants me to strive better and become better. And yes, like some people will say to you, they keep the way I like it is keep it 100, take no bullshit, and I'll say it to your face, say it with your chest.
Mm-hmm.
Even if
Exactly.
like it gets like I think about it and like are like oh why are you saying it like that? But he's trying to be like keep it 100. He's like look you got to do this better, you got to do this better, you got to do this so you can improve. Not just say I'm not being an asshole, but I'm trying to look out for you and make sure you do shit right, not do the shit wrong way. Let the higher ups would be like, "Oh, he did it the wrong way." They want you to do it the right way, more efficient way, and the healthiest way and the safest way.
I mean, yeah, and that's the thing too, right? Like everybody's gonna have trials and tribulations one way or another, but I've come to find out, my 28 years of existence at this point, you just gotta be 100% with people. Don't bullshit nobody. Nobody's gonna bullshit you. That's the best way to do things, man. Like it's so much easier to just be straight up with somebody than try to bullshit, walk a thin line, like whatever. Like somebody's fucking up, you gotta let them know they're fucking up. And if you're letting them know they're fucking up and they're not changing their ways, look, you
Fuck
did
them.
your part. You did your part. That hits really hard right now, but that's another story that we'll reveal at a later date.
Yes,
But oh,
we know some people are like that.
we know a few.
That
We know a few. We've known a few.
yes, yep.
Um, but yeah, no, I mean, and that's the thing too. So like, we're in the environmental industry. Oh shit, I don't know if we should name drop the company we work for though.
Mm,
I might have to edit that. Ooh.
yeah,
All
probably.
right, let me make note of that. But basically,
We work for a company that cares about you.
I
Basically,
mean,
they want to see
yeah.
you move up too. You know, like
I
they
mean,
help them.
so basically, what I'm saying is though, like, so for this company is better backing. We had a great boss for a while, operations manager that took care of us, but
You know,
we it wasn't always like that. So basically, I've been in the environmental industry now for like 5.5 years, coming up on 6 this fall. Um, I came from when I got out of high school. In high school I was working at Caribou. I went from that to working selling. No, I went to a call center. Worked at a call center from when I was like 18 to 19. I think I left when I was like 20. Went to selling cars. I had a lot of experience in selling cars, and it was fun, but it just wasn't for me. Part of it is too is like I was in Volkswagen. I was working in Brookdale VW, which shout out. I mean, it was a great time. All my coworkers, they were great. Met one of my good friends, Cody. Shout out to him too on there. Um, there's some good times. There's some bad times. Like met some very interesting people. One of the guys that I was a salesman with is now in prison, but that's another
what?
story. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, yeah.
That's insane.
Right after he got locked up was when I left there.
That's wild.
Yeah, dude, it was some wild shit too. It's another story that we'll get to at another point. So basically, I went from there to working at a printing company with my old roommate. Shout out Gilly. He got me the job there. He was my supervisor. Super chill job. It was 410.
Shout out Gilly, dude.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
it was
it's
three
fucking
twelves
great.
paid for 40. Um, And so it was all right, but I had 4 days off a week, and it was like $13 an hour. I mean, it was decent money, but I was spending my money stupid, and I was just not in a good place mentally when I was going through that job, and I was looking for something different. And a family friend posted that Wank at the time, so my first environmental company, they were hiring people. So I was like, my mom reached out. She said, "Oh, did you see this?" I was like, "No." So well, check it out. I was like, "All right, I'll apply." And now here I am, 5.5 years later, project manager technically right now, soon to be operations manager. So it's been a trip, and I didn't think I would be where I'm at this early. Like the operations manager position was like a 5-10 year goal of mine, and now I'm knocking on the doorstep right now. So I'm hoping to achieve that goal here this year. Um, Gonna change things, but my whole thing, like everybody in this office right now, Raul, Ian, myself, potentially another one of our buddies gonna be coming on too. We are like I had a hand in hiring both those two. I had Raul hired on. He was only for a year when I was just a supervisor and CDL driver. Then Ian, I got hired on last year. I worked with him at my previous employer, and our previous employer put us through hell, man. Like we were working 80 hours a week. They were doing shit unsafe. Like I saw people get hurt. I saw lots of things. Like it taught me a lot, and it was a lot of it was like what not to do and how not to treat your people. Like we had some crappy supervisors. I had one of the greatest supervisors I ever had. Shout out Brian Pearson. Um, it taught me a lot and it brought me in different ways. But my biggest thing now is like the reason I bring my friends in. I know you're not supposed to work with your friends or whatever, but the reason I bring my friends in is because this changed my life. I'm getting a little emotional, so right now, but
Right.
it changed my life. So I'm bringing my homies in to change their lives too. Like it's been huge for me, and there's a lot of opportunity for growth in this
Mm,
industry, and it teaches you a lot of life experience and skills that you otherwise wouldn't have. Like Raul was saying earlier, like when he started, he had like no mechanical skills, which no fault. I mean, a lot of people don't have any mechanical skills. Like Ian and I talk about all the time. Like growing up, he grew up in the country, we grew up in the city. Like the only reason I had any kind of mechanical skills because I grew up with my grandpa. One of them was a mechanic, and the other one was a plumber. So I spent well, he was a Navy CB, so he specialized in like plumbing, but and boilers. But he taught. I had spent a lot of time with him, but he knew how to fix anything. So I had mechanical skills growing up. We did a lot of projects as a kid, and I love spending time with my grandparents and my grandpas. I went on a trip when I was like 6 years old down from Minnesota down to Tucson, Arizona to pick up the RV and drive back with both my grandpas. Just it, just the three of us. So it was a they were a huge influence for me, but like growing up in the country, you have a lot more mechanical influences. Like you have to learn how to work on your own stuff, take care of your stuff, and then us growing up in the cities, like you don't have that need down here. You don't have to make your car work so you can get to work every day. You don't have to, excuse me, like you don't have to jump on your bike or fix your bike to go wherever you want to go. Like you have other opportunities here in the city. So it's kind of a big contrast, but but yeah, Raul has grown significantly with his mechanical abilities
yeah, that's
since he
dude.
started. Yeah, the dude's.
Dude.
That's all I love seeing, man. This dude's been improving every day since he started here, and I'm glad I get to see his growth firsthand from one of my closest friends. So,
Yeah.
um, whew. um,
Yeah.
anyways, but no, that's why I want to bring my friends in. That's why I like working with my friends because at the end of the day, I'm helping them, and I get to watch them grow and put them in a better spot. I don't know that I always want to be here in Minnesota, but I do know that if I leave, I want to leave the homies in a spot where they can take over from me, and then me leaving, like my boss left, and then I'm from project manager now acting operations manager, and hopefully officially operations manager here soon. Um, that they can step up and fill that role like I did, my boss before me. So I just want to keep passing down that gauntlet, and we can keep bringing people in and improving their lives. That's really been a big thing for me. I want to see as much as I've been succeeding. I want to see all my homies succeed with me. Shout out to some of the other homies who've grown up in the last couple of years too. Like shout out Jalen. I know he's been grinding.
Yeah.
He's been getting his money, improving his life, and I'd love to see it. Same with Fabian. I know. Shout out him too. Fabian's
That's
been doing
the
the same thing.
homies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, dude.
Yes,
Fabian, Tristan,
sir.
all of them, man. Like we're not in the close. I'm not as close to them as like Jalen is, but I see them out here. Like they're improving their life. They're getting different jobs. Being more responsible. Everybody's growing up, man. I mean, shit. We're all pushing
Oh,
30. Bro
You
is
know?
30.
Yep, 30. Yep,
Bro's
I
an old
am
ass
30.
man.
I
But
don't even look 30. You know,
no,
like a
you don't.
baby.
You look like a baby, especially with no facial hair. I gotta shave
Yeah.
mine too. This is too long for
I
work, but
I just had to shave.
yep,
You gotta wear a mask. You gotta wear full faces,
you
so you
got a
gotta have that
respirator.
clean shave, or at
Yep.
least a goatee. You know,
Yeah, and it's gotta be
rather be
short.
safe than sorry. That's my fucking quote right there. Rather be safe than sorry.
Rather be safe than
Put
sorry.
that shit chill on my chest.
Rather
Right?
safe than
Like rather
sorry.
be safe than sorry, dog. All day.
Right, but
Never.
that's another advantage of working with your homies, man. You know, like you have more invested. It's not just some random dude you're working with every day. And that's the thing with like this whole industry, and this is part of the reason I love it. Like you get a lot of veterans and stuff who are like, you know, they compare when you go through battles and stuff. You know, it strengthens your relationships, and that's really what it was. Like things like this, like we're going to supplied air, we're going to respirators. Guys are taping you up. We're going to chemical tanks. We're going into gas tanks. We're going into things that are just crude oil. Things that could kill you if you walk into it and you're not prepared right. So you're really relying on the guys around you to help you, look out for you. So that's huge. Like you have to have that close knit relationship. You can't like hate the people that you're working with because it's that spite will grow and not saying somebody's going to intentionally not take care of you, but all it takes is one like, oh fuck him, he's got it. Well, fuck him, I want to help him today. Like that's all it takes. And so with that, you grow, and then with working with my homies, it's like, well, I'm looking out for them because they're my homies. So you have the extra weight invested, and then when you start getting these serious jobs and serious moments, like you really rely on each other, and that's why you want good people who have your back. So, and that's why like
Yeah.
Ian, I met through my last company, and now he's with me as my supervisor right now. Well, like a supervisor for me, I should say, but um, he's working as a supervisor right now with me because it's exactly it, dude. Our last job, like I was saying, we went through some hell. We went through some shitty situations. We went through some bad leadership, bad jobs, people getting hurt. I watched a lot of that crap firsthand, and it was just bad. But Ian and I were on almost every job together, so we had to rely on each other. And plus, when you're stuck in a truck for like hours on hours at a time driving to job sites or overnight shifts or whatever, you got a lot of time to sit and talk about just about everything going on throughout your life. So you build
No,
some serious relationships like that.
that's the truth because like when I worked with people, I've been working since I was 16 years old,
Same.
and the jobs that I had were like there was a programs where they helped younglings to get like jobs like that. I did like two construction jobs where we were building dog parts and stuff like that. Then after that, I worked for a sign company, and that was factored. And I tried to become the manager there, but they dogged me. They had new managers come in, and they just dogged me. And they pulled a Friday on me. They pulled a Friday. If you ever watch Friday, you will understand what that means because I got fired on my day off,
So,
basically. And then that's the same year that like a year after that, COVID happened, and the year before that, I lost my car, so I was busting it, and COVID happened, and they fired me. Then I got the janitor job, and then at the and I always had two jobs. Like since day one, I was always working two jobs. I was working two full times or a full time and a part time. It was either or, and I was like here at janitor job, then enterprise, then COVID happened, and I got fired, and I got the holiday gas station and a janitor job, and you meet some great people. I met a lot of great people in my life that were really cool as fuck managers, shit like that. But I realized like I wasn't getting a lot of money. I didn't want. I was literally a fiend for weed. I was smoking. I had the part time job to fund my weed addiction. And people say it's not an addiction. It was an addiction because all I cared about was smoking weed. And then I got the job with Garrett. Then I traveled. I was on my first plane after my
that's
training.
right. I forgot about that.
I
Yeah.
did a. I fought a coal fire, which I would never thought in my mind I would ever do, or and ran coal. I never thought in my life I would ever be doing that. Going to Colorado for the first time ever for doing coal stuff like that. And I met some great people over there, and then I have like a Snapchat group chat with those people that I met in Colorado to this day. You know,
Raul
and
adds
just
everybody he meets on Facebook or Snapchat on these
yeah,
big jobs.
and I met some great people, and then after that, I went to St. Louis. We met some fucking great people in St. Louis with Garrett, and then I
That
went
was
to Nebraska,
fun.
and
That
I
was
went
a
to
fun
Nebraska
job.
and Kansas last year for 3 months, and I racked up so much money where
Man
I was
came
able
back and
to,
bought himself a new car right away.
you know,
First thing he
like
did.
yeah, like new car, got the apartment. I bought everything I needed
Facts.
for this apartment, and this is officially my first apartment
Like,
by myself without
yeah.
my sister.
Like, for the
Like,
record, he literally was out on this pipeline break in Nebraska for what, like 3 months?
yeah, like 3 months, like
Yeah.
working every day
Yeah.
through
And like
New Year's
7 days a week
uh,
is no joke.
yeah, and I was through New Year's and Christmas, and I was running a crew. I was running a crew with another project manager that was in from Indiana.
Dude, so I mean that's the other thing too. I believe in heavily is like I teach my guys to know how to do everything. Rawls ran a vac truck multiple times on job sites where like he can't get it there, but I had to bring it there and I set it there, and all he did was run the truck. But
Yep.
he was able to do that because you teach people. I don't believe in gatekeeping shit. Like you gotta teach your guys to be good because then when they go out on jobs like that, that's a direct reflection of me. Like my
Yeah,
man's out
like
there fucking kicking ass, dude. I remember something. I remember our now safety guy, but he was a project manager at the time. Dude, I remember him calling me and be like, "Dude, I had to make Raul take days off." Like this motherfucker was like, "Nah, dude, I'm good." And they're like, "No, like we literally have to make you take days off
yeah, by
because the
OSHA
client."
regulations, like
Yeah.
you have to take a day off.
So when I was
You're
on one of the pipeline breaks in North Dakota, we had to have it was 10 days on is the most you could have, or no, yeah, it was 10 days on, then you had 2 days off. That's what it switched to after the initial response. They switched to that like a week and a half in. That's 10 days on, 2 days off, and then you could work another 10 days. But yeah, they literally had to make this motherfucker take days off. They had to force him to take days off.
yeah. I was want to work. I wanted to work, and I'm a hungry money. I want to work all the time. If
My
I could
man's trying to
work
be
right now,
Scrooge McDuck.
would be at work right now. Because I would rather work than sit on my ass. That's how driven I am about money and like because you have to do things to have money. I want to get a house before I'm 35. I'm 30 right now. I have a 5 year plan of getting this fucking money, getting a house type shit, and hopefully I want to like a year and go is to grow the family. If I grow the family, cool. If not, I got a cat. Shout out to
Yep.
Ponyo.
Yeah, where's Ponyo at? Running around
Ponyo's
there
over there
somewhere.
chilling,
Yep.
bro. She's just chilling on the tower, knocked out. She's full as hell, eating cat
Yeah,
food.
Flynn's just upstairs chilling with Sarah right now too. I
Yeah,
went up there to grab my notebook a few minutes ago, and he was just literally just on her leg. I was like,
and
damn,
like
must be nice.
we could talk about inspirations and all that what motivates you, but like
I mean, yeah.
I
Why don't
I
you touch into that
I
a little bit since it's
I
kind of
grew
that
I like
background.
for me I grew up homeless. I would been homeless 3 times in my life with my sister, with my mom twice. You know, like you if you when you grow through that shit and you don't know what your next meal is, you that shit clicks something in your head and we're like, fuck this, never again, ever.
Ever.
Because I was sleeping on the homies' couches. I was sleeping on like on the bus stops. I'm like chilling as a baby with my mom, thinking where are we gonna go? What's going on? What are we gonna do next? What are we gonna eat next? Luckily, the state of Minnesota helped out my mom, you know, and because she was working here and there, but she had really hurt and disabled, so she had to go on like she needed help from the state, you know. Then I was in school. I did school. Then after high school, I was like, I want to keep on working to provide for the family. You know,
See,
I want, and at the time, my sister wasn't there because she was doing her own thing, so I couldn't go to the military like I wanted to. Because how me and Garrett, man, we were like in the Air Force and the
JROTC,
for JRTC, and then we both wanted to do the military thing. You
Sean Lieutenant
know,
Colonel.
we both, yeah, shot the colonel, first sergeant, master sergeant.
First, yes, sir. First
Those are
sergeant.
great people, and like we did football together, and we did JRTC together, and I was like, we were literally thinking about making him do the military life because he wanted to do the Air Force, and I want to do the Marines infantry. At the time, I'm like, I was like, my mom was really getting like back and forth in surgery. So at the time I was getting out of high school, so I was like, fuck, should I leave? I was like, I don't want to. I started decided to stay and just work. Yes, I could have left and left my mom behind, but that's just not me. I'm family orientated. I love the family, and so I just stayed and worked. I just worked
And
since I was 16
I
until
I
now.
think that kind of speaks volumes too. Like when you look at, like, cause I kind of had the same. I mean, my background is the same. Obviously, I grew up with both parents. Grew up in the house in the east side, St. Paul. Obviously, otherwise we probably wouldn't have met. But that's where we grew up. So my background is a little bit different as far as that goes. But I was always taught to work hard and do the right thing. Right. Like one of the things my earliest things my dad taught me was do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And with JR, it was one of the things where like JRTC, yeah, I really wanted to get in the military. Like that was my life goal for the longest. And long story short, I got PDQ'd because I was on ADD meds as a kid, so I wasn't able to enlist like I wanted to. But I believe things happen for a reason as well. But part of that too is like you're working coming out of school. Like an 18-year-old, like not even 6 months out of high school, I was making 13.50. Like that was my first paying job. Like I was making good. I was like, this is pretty decent money, right? Like I thought.
Yeah,
That's what I thought at the time. Nothing nowadays, but
yeah,
I was like,
ain't
man, I'm
shit
making more money than
nowadays.
yeah, I'm making more money than most kids my age, right? And so I was like, man, I'm making money. And it's like, do I really? This is after I was PDQ'd anyways, so I was like, do I really want to like stop now and go to school? Like once you start making money, it's so hard to stop. Like when you're coming out of like the Raul situation, when you're coming out of that, it's like, all right, well if I don't have any money, like then my family doesn't have any money. We don't have any. I don't have any food. I don't have a car. I don't have transportation. Like my whole life is going to school, and without financial backing to do so, you're kind of screwed. Honestly, like you're
Yeah,
kind of SOL. And so I think that forces a lot of people, like especially from the inner city, like we were, like where you have to go through and you have to grow up and you have to work, and it really limits your ability to go to college, which that's a whole nother thing. But basically, college is a freaking joke, right? For a 4 year education, look at the U of M. What's the U of M a year, right? Like 30, $40,000 a year
yeah, that's a
in
lot of
state.
money.
That's one of the things. Like, so our school, the way we did it, they had us teach like the what was it called, freshman focus.
Yeah, freshman
We
focus.
have freshman focus, and basically what those classes, and then what was it? Oh God, what was this sophomore one?
With the
Because there was,
Coach Kane, yeah, with Coach
yeah,
Kane. Oh
yeah.
yeah, oh dude, what's the name?
And then it was senior finale and one
Yeah,
frameworks or some shit.
yeah. Then your senior project and all that shit.
Yeah, but
I
basically,
feel like
basically, what that program did for us was like our freshman year. They're like, "Oh, you got to go to school. You got to go to college. You got to go to college. Start
yeah, and
researching college. What do you want to
they
do?
try to,
What do you have to get for a college degree to go do that? Like things like that. It was pushed so hard on us.
and like like the teachers try to push that shit on you. Like you have to go to college,
It's
but
ridiculous.
what, but like what they should have put that and trade school in my opinion
Yeah,
in
they didn't push
there
the trades
because
at
like
all.
they didn't talk about no trades. I didn't know about trades until out of high school.
Same,
I
same.
was like, what's a trade? And my buddy was like, oh yeah, this that. Shout out to Ryan, my homie Ryan Mickes.
Brian Mickes, yes sir.
He's in the trades and he's doing great for his life. Shout out to my homie Ryan Mickes and Dakota. Love them guys.
And Cody while we're at it too, because he's
Yeah,
in
Cody,
Carpenters
Cody
Union.
too.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
Dalton
love them guys.
HVAC. My sister's
Yeah,
going to school right now. She's gonna be an electrician.
yeah.
Shit, she
Like shout out to
graduates in
them.
like 3 months.
Yeah, like shout out to them because they're that shit where you make some good money, you know.
Yeah,
And then lucky
but
for here, like my bad. Like for lucky for here, I didn't have to go to school. Like he's like you just got from learn from the ground up, and I did.
yeah,
And then Gary got a house. He got a fucking awesome ass house with this job.
it's
And he didn't
pretty
have to
nice.
even go to fucking trade school or college. He
No
just learned
schooling
from
at all. I busted my ass to get where I'm at with no
and
degree,
like
nothing like that. But my point was like they told us like if you're not going to college to get a degree, if you're not going and sitting at a desk, like working a desk, working something, you're not gonna make money. Like that's pretty much what it was. Like a lot of the time growing up. Like
Yeah,
that's what we
like
were pushed on. That's what they're pushing in the public schools, and it's like that's just not a realistic thing for a lot of people. But
that's just true.
if I'd have known now what I did back then, I would have said like so St. Paul public schools, I don't know if they still do this, but they offered where you could go to St. Paul College for 2 years and you could get a trade like you could get a trade certificate out of St. Paul College for free
Yep,
pretty much. If you went to public St. Paul public schools at all, it was available for everybody. If
yep,
I would have known now, I would have done that out of school. But it was never a
yep.
thing. They mentioned like, oh yeah, you get 2 years for free at St. Paul College, but they didn't say anything about their trade program. They didn't say anything about that. It's like, oh yeah, you can go there, get your generals done, and then you can go to a 4 year. But no, it's stupid. I mean, yeah, it's smart to do it that way. Don't get me wrong. But for people like me, like I was like, why would I pay to go to school?
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
making
want to
money right
be.
now.
I don't
Why
want
would
to be
I?
in debt.
Yeah, how can I stop making like I bought my car like a year or 6 months even into working at the call center. It's like, why would I stop working now? Because now I got a car payment. Now I got bills I got to pay. How am I supposed to stop and go to school? Like it's a tough choice that a lot of us have to make. It's a huge reason why a lot of us don't go to school. But you can get into the right situation like we did, where like I stumbled into this industry and I'm making a good bit of money, like a real good bit of money. Like I'm living comfortably for the first time in my life, and that's what I'm trying to get where all my homies at. Right?
You know,
It's
like
you don't have to go to school to be successful. It's
like
not a requirement.
when I was living with my sister, I was I was living comfortably, but I was in a small space where I didn't know privacy.
Yeah,
So at the same time,
that
it's
sucked.
you gotta have your peace.
Hey, you
You
send me a
gotta.
picture so I can insert it right here, like right here. It's
Oh,
like
bro,
a picture of your living space.
I got a picture with Uno in it. Hold on, I'm gonna send it to you, dog.
All right, all right.
Like
Well, let's
this.
do it. Do it after the show. Do it after. Do it after.
Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna do that too. But yeah, like I was in a small space that there wasn't even like that big. I had my bed, then my dresser, and my desk. Then the rest was the laundry, and
Yeah.
my just as kids. So there's laundry everywhere, bro. It was a clusterfuck of laundry,
No
and
fat Sasa.
no privacy at all. So I was like, yes, I thought about it back in my head when I came back from Nebraska, and I was like, should I try to get a fucking house or apartment? But so
We
I got the
tried for a
car, and
house
I was like,
first.
I can't hear you. What did you
We
say?
tried for the house first.
I tried. Yeah, I tried for
We
the
tried for
house,
the
but
house.
I tried for the house first, and then I thought about it, and and she said you should just do the apartment and rack up because
Build the
I
credit.
build the credit because my credit was dog shit at the time. My
It
shit
was
was
not
dog.
great.
It
No.
was dog water. It's a lot better because I did my payments. I did the car. I'm doing the car. I'm paying everything off slowly but slowly.
You got your own straight up apartment right now.
Yeah. Then now with my studio, I'm gonna get more money,
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm gonna get more money, and I can. This is where the moment where it hits. This is the time where back in my head, I'm like, all right, I got my CDO, I got my endorsements. All right, let's get the fucking ball rolling and stack up and get this a fucking apartment and worry about my health
The
and
next chapter.
the next chapter in the book. Because my main goal was just to get the mainest goal on top was the CDO. Since day one from here, it was like he's like, you were gonna get your CDO. I'm like, fuck yeah. And back in my head, this was one of the things I always wanted to do since I started working at high school, and I got it.
Yep.
I achieved one of my goals in life, and I have
Hell
many more
yeah.
to go.
I'm glad
You
I could be a
know,
part of it too. Glad I could help you get in
and
that situation.
shout out to to be honest, I don't know. Like this is straight up. I don't know where I would be if I didn't have Garrett Goldsworthy in my life, and that's the fucking truth.
And honestly, I mean, to tell you, I mean, honestly, that's all I like to see though. Like, nobody's worked harder than this man right here in my life. Like, dude busts his ass. He's busting his ass for 2 jobs. Like he said, he had a plan so far ahead to get to work and all that other shit. I was like, dude, fuck that shit. I didn't want to see him working 2 jobs. The man deserves better than that. So that's how we got to where we're at. I think we should switch to a little bit of a lighter note, Rob. I think we should go on our next
Yeah,
part here.
yeah. We can talk about
Yeah,
motivations
we can
and
talk about this shit
all.
all
We can
day.
talk about this shit all day, all day. 20%. We do this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You
It's
know.
deep shit. It's very close to home for a lot of that, but that's part of
Yeah,
that's part of the point. That's the main point that we're trying to make,
yeah.
right? Like,
This man put me on food as well because at the
I do
time
be fat, bro. I do be
it was
fat.
like growing up on the east side, like I knew like here and there and everything, you know, on the east side of St. Paul here and there. But he put me on some in the cuts of the east
Yes.
side, like
The little blue corner store.
yeah, he
Got
put me
some
on like
bomb ass Italian beef sandwiches up there. Oh my gosh.
doing,
Jalen put me on there though. To be fair, Jalen did put me on
he
there, but I'll pass
he
on the knowledge. I ain't gonna gatekeep no food.
he put me on some food, dog. He put me on some food.
Man. Well, I remember
Then
that burger we had last year, 2 years ago
Jackson,
now. Station
so
number
fire.
6. That burger was so fire at the
Yeah.
food truck.
Then then Garrett, I went to my first ever like football game ever with the Vikings game
Oh
with
yeah, the Vikings
my
game with
buddy
Ryan.
and
My
his
mom. Me and
no,
my
it was
mom
with
have
Sarah.
tickets.
It was
Oh, was it
Sarah.
Sarah?
It was
Okay,
Sarah. It was
okay, it was
Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Mom, I have
brother
season
Garrett is
tickets.
soon to be married. I'm his best man. I can't wait for that.
Yes, yes, he is. But then again, that speaks to why he is where he is with that situation. Why, like, I have him here with me, like
Yeah, like
one of the most reliable people in my life. Anyways, we're going back to that. It's hard to not go back and go back to our motivations and inspirations.
yeah,
It really is. But anyways, let's switch to the next part of your list here, man, my
yeah, like
guy.
in like
With
like
that, we're gonna switch and talk about something a little bit lighter. Raul has always been a movie guy, like movie,
I'm
TV,
I'm a nerd.
video game. He's a
I'm a
nerd.
big
He's a
I'm a
nerd.
I'm a big ass kid that's big ass grown adult kid that I love movies, I love video games,
Raul's a
I
grown
love
ass child.
TV shows, all that shit.
It's part of
I
his
love
charm.
yeah, like I can name a top
What are you watching right
100.
now?
Right now I'm in Reacher, dog. Reacher season 2.
Dude,
Like
I finished it already. I read the
I'm
books as a
all
kid,
I'm
dude. I already
watching
finished it.
Reacher 2 right now. I'm a big fan of action and spy stuff and all that good shit. Then Garrett read the book actually of Reacher growing up as a kid,
No,
and he told
I
me like
love the series.
and I told him like, did you watch? He's like, yo, it's spot on, bro. It's spot on. I was like, that's
It's
fine.
so accurate to the books, dude. Like I love it because I read all
And
those books growing up. Like I used to go to the library and get the books all the time, the Jack Reacher books, and I would read. I read a bunch of them, both the Amazon series ones, like the shows that they have. The movies are both. The movies are kind of based off a book, but it didn't really. It was very loosely, but like the shows are so accurate to the book. It's crazy. I love it.
I like it. That shit's so fire right now. It's so great. And then like for an anime, if you are an anime fan, I am watching the second part series of the Seven Deadly Sins about the four apocalypse. Garrett's like, yes, shake your head.
Yeah,
Garrett
sure,
doesn't know
absolutely.
really
I have no
Garrett
idea.
doesn't know about anime stuff, but like
No
I'm
idea.
watching that, and then other than that, then they're adding more shit on Netflix too. I'm pretty. Hopefully, this last Airbender remake, it's not a
Dude,
remake, but it's not live action. Did you ever see the first fucking movie?
no, I did not. I never did. I heard it was ass, so I never even wasted my time.
It's the by Night Shyamalan director, dude. Oh my god, that shit was dog water. So I'm like, hopefully this one that comes out in February, it's
Oh, it comes out this month?
fire. It comes on February 22nd. So like,
Oh shit, end of this month.
yeah.
I might watch it just to check it out, but I don't know, man. Me and Emily used to watch the cartoons. Me and my little sister used to watch cartoons all the time.
Then other than that, I'm watching the new show by Tom Hanks. He's a co-producer. He was in the Band of Brothers.
Oh
Co-producer,
yeah.
Masters of the Air. So I'm watching that too. I'm gonna put on Garrett.
Okay, wait. Don't say that. What you about to say? Because that's incriminating. Don't say what you about to
I don't know what
say.
you're talking about, dog. I have no idea.
Yeah. You about to put me on. You're about to tell me how good it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him
How
on.
many? Do you know how many episodes or how many seasons that's gonna be?
It's gonna be one season so far. And right now they're doing 68 episodes.
Is it good?
It's fire, bro.
Is it okay? Because I've
It's
got
fire.
so since I've bought my iPhone, right? Because I was always Samsung, Android up until like a little bit over a year. I think it'll be 2 years this year, I think. But anyways, ever since I got my iPhone, I've had a free Apple TV subscription, whatever. So I've been holding on to that for a reason. That might be the reason because Band of Brothers is one of my favorite TV shows. Dude, I
Yeah.
rewatch that series all the time, dude. I've watched that series. I remember watching it with my grandpa growing up because he was a big, huge World War II fanatic. Like he'd watch all sorts of the History Channel was always on when I went to my grandpa's house. Always
No,
on.
I was wrong. It's 10 episodes in there. 5 episodes in so far right now. The
Okay, so
fifth
yeah,
one came out on
I'm waiting
Monday.
till that 10th episode comes out, and I'm just gonna watch all of it at once. Cause fuck that,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not
fuck
gonna
it.
wait a week.
Just binge watch that shit. But like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that's
10 episodes an
another.
hour piece. What's that's like not even that's not even 2 hours total. Oh wait,
And like
never mind. I'm wrong.
they're gonna
It's
be
like
they're
20
gonna be
hours.
like an hour, but with commercials and all
Yeah,
that, it's really like 45 minutes,
yeah.
55 minutes.
Wait, they still have commercials?
Dude, they have ads, dog. If you don't have to pay for the non-ads, dog, they
Whack.
put. But like, I don't know about Apple because I never had Apple before, so I don't know if they have ads or not. That's
It's
to
on
be.
Apple TV. Aren't you watching it on Apple TV? Or no, you're
Yes,
watching it a different way.
I am watching on Apple TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Row. Hit him with the.
Mm, oh yeah, I'm watching Apple TV at my sister's because they got Apple TV at their crib because they're iPhone users.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool though. Yeah, and I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, I'm
Yo,
definitely gonna try to do that.
Band and Brothers is on Netflix again. Oh well, you're not got a
I
Netflix.
have
Fuck
your
that.
HBO.
I think they still have it on HBO
Yeah,
because
it's
it's
still on
HBO
HBO.
shit, so they should
Yeah, it's
still have it.
HBO original series, but
But
no, they had it on History
Band of,
Channel growing up.
I love I love that history stuff because like 19 if you ever watched 1970 Bunker, Saving Private Ryan,
I saw that
Band
one.
of Brothers, Pacific,
Yeah, the Pacific is
those
pretty good too.
like it's so good.
Not as good as Band of Brothers, but it's pretty good.
Band of Brothers and Pacific are just top tier.
They
Like
are top tier.
it's top tier. Like
I remember the Lieutenant Colonel said that that was the most realistic depiction of war he'd ever seen. That's why he showed it in JROTC.
dude, I love that stuff. And he put Avatar by the way because he loved aliens. So
Oh,
I was
did
a
he?
big
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
He put Avatar on there.
Bro,
And
I'm
then,
so mad he left before my senior year.
bro, if he would have, I think if he would have stayed there, be for the whole time while you were there and me and I was there, it would have been good because I didn't have my junior year, my senior
No.
year because it was Master Sergeant first.
Oh, it was your senior year that he left?
It was my junior year. After that junior
Mm.
year, and Master Sergeant first sergeant weren't there. When I was like, "Where's the colonel?" In the beginning of the senior year,
Yeah, me too.
and
My
I was
junior
like,
year
"Where's
then.
colonel?" He's like, then he was like, everyone like he literally had to sit down with us.
Yeah, literally. That's how
Like,
influential the guy was to a lot of
what
us too.
and which was crazy because I never would see message first sergeant get emotional about that shit. I was like, yo, he's you gotta do him. And I was like, I feel it.
Yeah.
Didn't really even want to talk about it, but
No.
Colonel was great. If Colonel first sergeant master sergeant ever hears this, you guys are fucking great.
Yeah.
Fucking great fucking people.
Definitely influential in our lives, especially at
Yeah,
that young
and like
age.
some coaches too. Like I did wrestling. I did wrestling growing up too. So like my wrestling coaches were great. Coach Kane, yeah, fucking Coach P. You're walking, you're wrong.
If you're walking, you're wrong. I still say that.
We still say that. Fucking Coach Kane is like first down, good guys.
I do. I yell that at the Vikings games to this day. First down, good guys.
Like every day you're playing Madden, and you're like,
Oh
first down,
yeah.
good guys, and anytime Madden, like, secure tackles, secure tackles.
Secure tackles only. I do it. Raul is a fucking like he'll break the people he uses. So like he loves using his tight end
I'm a
whenever we
tight
play
end, dude.
Madden,
I
dude.
love the tight end.
Higby's one of his go-tos as well.
I
Tyler
love
Higbee.
Higby. I love fucking all the tight ends in the world,
Uh,
dog.
bro, this
I love
man literally just spams his fucking tight ends, and then
Hey, dog.
a fucking safety going up against a tight end, and I have to either hit him low, because if I hit stick him, he just the safety just the tight end just drops his shoulder and my safety bounces right off. So I'm screwed. So or like he's always got like elusive ass running backs. So I think Raul's that more like old school kind of football player. But
Yeah, I am.
dude, I literally have to. I only use secure tackles against Raul because if I don't, he'll break one for a big ass touchdown off of some stupid wild shit. Like I swear to God,
Yes, most definitely.
it's so
Definitely.
infuriating. Dude, Madden loves screwing me over too. Madden loves screwing me.
You could say I have heard uh, Garrett Grant spike a few controllers.
Dude, I had so I since I've had my own place and stuff like that. Like when I was younger, I used to actually, but like Gronk spike, but I would throw it into like a chair or something with cushion or onto my bed. It still bounce off, but like, oh man, Madden and 2K. Oh, that shit makes you want to just commit hate crimes. Honestly, like it's so bad, dude.
You're like,
It's
I'm make
so
like that kid
frustrating.
at Kmart.
Yeah, dude. No, like I had one game we were playing Bryce, dude. I'll never forget this. I don't even remember who the teams are. I think he had Kyle Rudolph. It was Kyle Rudolph. I think we did like a fantasy Madden draft or some shit like that. And Bryce threw the ball to the tight end, and it was like short. Like I got pressure on him. It was short. It hit Kyle Rudolph in the back of the ankle. This man rainbow kicked it. So like it hit him in the back of the freaking ankle as he was running. Comes up over his head, drops into the breadbasket, dude. Like it was the most wild shit I have ever seen on a video game of Madden. And Bryce still holds it against me to this day, dude. It was dude. I raged. I think I rage quit after that game. I gave him the W. I was like, I don't even give a fuck. That was the most ridiculous bullshit I've ever experienced.
He's like, fuck that shit, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
There's,
my god, dude.
oh my.
I've been playing Madden upstairs too on the Xbox.
Oh, you used to chill with Sarah and play Madden.
Yeah, yeah.
I grind on my I'm a mud grinder.
I don't
I
like doing that. I like if I see I can spend money and be better than you, I'm gonna do it. So I can't play that shit.
You'll be surprised. Some people with good and fucking well, like when people that have like an elite squad, if you don't know how to cover and they fucking stack up on you and you have a 93 or 94 speed person, you straight shot that shit.
I mean, yeah, I get that. I know how to play football, but it's like, I don't know. For me personally, it's like, I don't have time to grind. I'm too damn busy. Like, I'm working 50, 60 hours a week every week. Like,
Yeah,
I don't have time to grind, especially during our busy season. Like, it was literally like 60 hours every week. Like, I don't have time to go home and grind for hours on
that's
Madden.
where COD comes in.
Yeah, I'm just good at COD. Like, I can get on, we can play COD.
Talking about video games, man. So many fucking video games growing up.
Dude,
It's like so many.
I mean, I've been playing COD obviously most of my adult life, pretty much since I had an Xbox. I think my first one was a 360.
I honestly think if this man gets paddles and everything, and like this dude is. Oh, you got the paddle? Talking about paddles, this
I have.
man right here.
I gotta get used to him though. I'm still learning. It's still a
He's
adjustment.
pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to say he's like the best in the world, but he's pretty good, dog.
I'll tell
think
you,
he-
I'm gonna
think
say
he'd
I'm
be
slightly
ranked,
above
in my
average on
opinion.
that.
I really think.
One of the only things I am too.
If you like,
That's
if you fucking like,
not silly.
grind that shit out, dog. I think you could be ranked.
I've been dabbling in ranked, but I don't like the game modes they have in ranked. That's the problem because everybody hides in corners, and I hate that shit, dude.
And
It's like,
people that, and I honestly think they should put something in their fucking thing where if you stay in one place too long, they should kick you or you die. Like,
yeah,
you should
I
just
agree.
put-
If you're sitting there for more than like a legitimate minute, especially, you should not be playing. You should be
not
getting
playing
kicked
right.
out
You
or
should
killed.
play-
You should have some
you
kind of
should play
penalty for
something
that.
else.
Yeah. Like, play fucking Hell Let Loose or Battlefield. Like, that's what those games are meant for. Call of Duty is a fast-paced
Oh, I
first-person
played Hell
shooter.
Let Loose, dog. Die water. I hate that game.
Okay, I hate it too because it's fucking different. Like, it's so much more different. We should hit Bryce up and we should play, the three of us.
I played with Ryan, dog, the other day.
Oh, really? Is it cross-platform?
It's cross-platform and it was on the cloud.
Yo.
For free on Xbox.
Let's
Free
fuck.
on-
Yeah, I saw it was free on Xbox.
And I did that, like.
Let's
and it's
fucking, dude. Let's get a fucking group together. Let's play that. I want to play that. I want to play it with a group because I played it by myself and that's just no fun by yourself.
Dude, I played it with Ryan, dog. I hated it every minute.
Dude, we got to get a whole group together. It'll be completely different if we get a whole group together. I really want to do that.
Maybe we get a whole group because it's on cloud. it's cross-platform.
I know it's
And
cross-platform.
it's cross-platform,
That's
and then
sick.
it's free on Xbox if you have Xbox Pass. Because it's on like Cloud
I
Game
bought
Play.
it. I think.
You
I
bought
think
it
I bought it.
on your Steam.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a cross-platform.
So I've got it either way. I really wanted it because I really wanted to play it and I really wanted to get into it, but I don't know. I'm just in general, I'm a multiplayer person. Like, whole reason I'm playing video games is because I want to be hanging out and spend time with my homies.
Oh yeah, and
Without
by the
like,
way, I loved how he got into Starfield because he doesn't play RPGs like that.
no, I got into it for a while and
He
then
got into it for a while for like a minute, but either way, I was still fucking happy that he got into
yeah,
RPG
yeah,
because this man never gets into RPG games
never, never.
ever. This man is like strictly COD, Madden, then any other
FIFA.
FIFA,
If it's with the
like
EA Play PC Play Pro Pass or whatever the fuck it's
yeah,
called,
that
I'm
thing
gonna
is.
play it. If sports related, I'm gonna play it. Oh, I can't wait for NCAA either. Oh, I can't wait for NCAA.
No, and I hope they when they make that shit, it's like you can make your own like player and put them in an NFL and go until they play
Yeah, you
EA.
should be able to.
Because if they don't do that, I'm like, what are you
That's
doing?
so dumb. I'll be so mad if I find out that they do it so you can't bring your person over. Oh,
Like, come
it's the same servers. It's EA
on. Yeah.
Sports.
And then and Forza too. We played a lot of Forza.
Forza, a lot of racing games. I got the racing sim over here. That's Forza, not great. I can drive in real life.
I
I'm a pretty good
for
fucking driver if I do say so myself.
I love Need for Speed Heat. Like that was my like
Didn't play
since
that one, really.
like the new one is too like it's on EA Play Sports and
Hmm.
it's too like comic book like and like when you burn rubber it looks like it's fake
Yeah.
and it's like they're too animated. I'm like and it has ASAP Rocky in there. I'm like doesn't do anything about fucking. He's a rapper. Why would you make him your main guy? I'm like, I'm not.
No.
I played it for like an hour or two. I was like, I'm not ever touching this ever again.
No. Honestly, and that's why I started falling out of love for Need for Speed. Because, like, when I was a kid, Need for Speed, obviously, Underground 2, Need for Speed
Right.
Most Wanted. We saw it on, on PS2, Need for Speed
And
Hot Pursuit 2.
and
And you
fucking
could,
yes. And what's Midnight Club?
Midnight Club Dub Edition
Dude,
remix. Oh my
the
gosh, bro.
track list on there was
Bangers.
bangers, dog. And
House real big, cars real big,
Gary
belly
got
real
some
big,
fucking
everything real big.
he got to speaking of Jetta, dude, that shit be
Oh, with the
like
sub?
yeah.
Dude, this sub is so nice. Shout out to
Oh,
Cody for installing it.
I need one,
My
bro.
last sub had 212s in the back of it. It took up my entire trunk. And I'll precursor. We'll talk about this story at some point. But
Another,
my last Jetta was basically, it was stolen. And the person who stole it crashed it, wrecked it, abandoned it. And I was somewhat involved with that individual. Um, her, obviously. Someone involved with her. And so it was kind of
it goes both
shitty. And
ways. It's a
yeah.
dude.
No, hard no. Hard no. Never been into that shit. But no, so she took and wrecked my Jetta basically with the two subs in, but she kind of did me a favor though, part of wrecking it because the subs had shorted some shit out in the electrical system. My headlights weren't working towards the end, like they're cutting in and out. I was like,
Hey,
I half-ass wired it, and it was coming back to bite me. So low key is safe
always
from having to
make
deal with
gap
that.
insurance. I learned the hard way.
Yep, that's a
Don't,
huge thing.
don't, man. I learned that the hard way. Never, ever again. And I should have bought a car from Garrett.
Should have
Should
bought a car for
woulda,
me.
coulda.
I would never
Should
let that
woulda,
shit
coulda.
happen. Never would have let that shit
Shoulda,
happen.
coulda, and
I would have forced him to get damn gap coverage. Because gap coverage basically, if you owe money on a car and you get in an accident, gap coverage if the car isn't worth as much as your loan was, gap coverage covers the difference. They cover the gap that insurance wouldn't cover. So it's
and
huge to have that if you ever finance a vehicle because if something happens to it, you don't lose your ass. You're not paying out for years.
mm, yeah, I learned the hard way. I had to pay off the Corolla after I didn't have it. So
If you hadn't bought a car for me, you would have had that problem.
yep, and I will always resent that company that I got the car from. Go fuck themselves. I got a negative review on Google. I'm on Google review. I'll give you a star, nigga. I mean, sir.
Yo, he caught himself.
I caught myself. I didn't say all the way though. I didn't say all the way though.
Hey, I'm just glad it's gonna be soft A, not the hard R.
Oh man. But like,
Oh shit.
this is another reason why I fucking love this man over here, dog. He would have stopped me, and I didn't listen at the time, and it is
You know
what it
how
is.
salty I was when I saw you bought a car and it wasn't for me? I think I even messaged you like, bro, you didn't buy a car for me?
So what the? He was like, what the fuck?
Literally.
Fuck. What the fuck, my friend? So yeah. Fucking. Oh my god. Ugh. I should have, but I didn't. Is what it is. But whatever. You know. It's talking about sports. Like Garrett, this man's a ticket season holder to the Vikings, and he's been to some great fucking games. And I went to my first one with him, like we were talking before, and they won by. I was fucking plastered. I was plastered. I was with Ryan and fucking Garrett and Sarah, and I was
It was
drinking
pretty
my
wild.
ass off.
It was the
I ate some
Lions
fuck.
game 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, Ryan, because we're
Back
like,
when Lions were still
you guys were
garbage.
here, then I was like
Yeah, you guys are at the end of the row.
the row, and we were just, I was just drinking, bro.
We went tailgating beforehand too,
Yeah, I
because
had
a
like
couple
three tall
people,
boys of fucking Mike's Hard Lemonade.
in our section have like a tailgating spot, and so we go and hang out with them before the games, and we have our drinks and all that good stuff. It's yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
was
pretty
great.
fun. It's a lot cheaper too.
And
Like
talking about
we rotate out what we have for like food before every game. So it's usually breakfast food, obviously, with most games being at noon games or it's like lunch, you know. But they rotate out what we get, and so it's always something. It's always something different. There's
yeah,
always got booze there that you can just like, snag a shot of. Little shot glasses everywhere, beer, whatever you want, and it's so much. Like it goes off donation, so we usually give about $10 per person, just for the food. And I usually bring a
yeah,
couple beers with me, so I'll feel a little bad taking other people's shit, but it was there to share. I don't know. Oh, always thought bring your own bottle. You know what I mean?
facts.
Yeah.
That's the East Side Roy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring your own bottle. Bring your own beer.
Bring a bottle. Yeah. Bring a bottle.
You know.
Don't show up empty-handed ever.
No, never. But yeah, I was there, and they were against the Lions, and they won by a field goal. It was
Oh
insane.
yeah, it came down to the last minute too. That game that was
Shouldn't
crazy.
have, but
It should not
it
have.
did.
It did,
It was
and
great.
we won that one.
Then after I think that same year or the year after, if I remember, we went to the Wild game, and I went to the Wild game with you and Sarah's friend.
That's right. Shout out to the plug. I'm not gonna name any names, but shout out to the plug. Working with me again. Fucking better plug me again too, because he didn't do shit last year.
Dude,
But
the Wild sucked this year too.
they do suck this year, so I'm surprised not giving me tickets. I already asked him about them again too. I was like, hey, you got tickets? Let me know. But
Yeah, like,
I did get to go to a Wild playoff game this last year, and that was fucking insane, dude. It was honestly one of the most electric, like, stadiums and crowd and energy feels that I've ever been a part of. And it was last year, so we won it was game 3. I forget who we were playing, but it was game 3, and we won that game, and it was nuts. It was literally one of the most fun sporting events I've ever been at, and yeah, we won, and it was nuts. And then we got our asses whooped like the next 2 games. So I was glad I was there for the one we won.
Yeah. And like we went, I don't know who we were going against, but the dudes in the back of us were like, they're the other teams, and they were just talking shit because I went to like overtime, I think, or whatever.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Was it overtime or was it last minute?
It's overtime.
Was it overtime?
Pretty sure.
Like, the dude behind us was talking mad shit.
So much.
Like,
I think it was against the Jets.
Yeah, he was talking mad shit. And then, like, as soon as the Wild scored, we were like, bye, bye,
bye.
bye. Oh, dude. And every time the Wild scored, it was just so electric. I was, like, so fucking awesome because
hockey games are some of the most fun to be at, in my experience.
I think that same day was, like, I think we had to do something for work real quick. Then you were able to I think you were doing inside paperwork with Rob, I think, at the time. And then I might have to do something. I don't remember.
No, I remember.
But because I didn't have a T-shirt, and he was like, "We'll get you a T-shirt and just pull up." I was like, "Bet." They gave me a T-shirt. We rocking that shit, and then was fucking awesome. It was
Yeah, dude.
one of the greatest things
It's
that
all
I
even
ever been
fun, dude.
to.
Sarah and I are gonna go to the T-Wolves game. Not, I think it's next weekend.
Oh, it's gonna be fire, dude.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's gonna be fun. Or
buddy
two
of mine that
weekends. 2 weekends, not next weekend, the following.
so my buddy of mine that I was wrestled with, his name's Creed. He works for he puts like solar panels on people's houses, and his boss got season ticket holders around the third row near the floor. So
That's
once in a while,
badass.
he's like, you want these tickets? Give them for free. Give some to him for free." I was like, "Dude, that's badass, bro." I was like, "Oh, that's badass." If you see, if you see, I'm gonna when you go there, I'm like, "Yo, look out for Goldie."
Dude,
And shit like that.
so I mean, the seats I get are kind of random from my hookup. I pay for them, but it's pretty good. Like Sarah and I went one time, and we were literally like 5 rows off the ice, and it was like I paid like $40 a ticket. Like it was
Yeah,
stupid cheap for what it would normally be.
dude, it was so many
I
great
just
games.
love sporting events, dude. We gotta go to Minnesota United games here. We have to go.
Oh, dude, yes,
Have to go. Minnesota United is also awesome, but I only like sitting in the supporters only section
yeah,
because
I'm
it's
a
so
big
much fun. They do all the chants and shit. MNUFC, dude, so much fun. They have the chants. They didn't last time I went though. Last time we went, they didn't have the chants up because usually they have the chants in the corners of the screen, but they didn't last time I went, which kind of sucked, honestly, because nobody knew what the fuck they were supposed to be chanting other than MNUFC.
when I went there too, I didn't have to drive. Too. And I lived in Minneapolis still, so they were able to pick me up. So I was like, I told him like, I want to get wasted, dude. Can you pick
Fuck
me
it.
up, please? He's like, all right, I'll pick you up. And I
Yeah,
got fucking wasted there. We were just fucking yelling and everything,
it
and
was
then
so much fun.
I didn't have a t-shirt at all, so he gave me one of his t-shirts that matched perfectly with my shoes for the women's soccer team. Too, it was like perfect with my shoes. Everything was on spot on. I still have a
That
picture
picture.
the picture of that it's on my dating profile. I should
That's
have
funny. It was a good picture. It was
it's
a
a
good
good
picture.
picture. Like this one's a saved one because I gotta save this one.
With your Aussie glasses.
Yeah, which I fucking can't find, which is annoying.
No,
So
I can't help you there. I really
I'm
can't.
like, I don't know where I put them. Whatever, it is what it is. They're off to the dwarfs.
Yep, the goblin stole them from you.
The goblin stole my fucking glasses.
No, man, I just love sporting events in general. I'm excited to go to Timberwolves game because we're
And
decent for
my,
once.
and like you went to a NASCAR one, right?
Oh
Before,
yeah. I went to Road
uh,
America this last year, so we were.
dude, that
I was
I was
actually out on a spill for work, and
I was so jealous.
I happened to go past Road America on the way out because we was in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. The job I was on, and we were going out there, and I drove past Road America. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I was like, I'll look up what they have this weekend. So I got to my hotel, got checked in, got settled in my room. I was like, I want to see what they have this coming up weekend. I was like, I'll see if I can stay a day
And it
longer or
was,
two.
and you were on the clock,
It was
weren't you?
NASCAR. No, I was
No,
not on the clock.
no.
No,
Oh,
I
that
was
would have been
not.
cool if you were.
It was, but no, I've been stealing hours. We don't do that. No, so what I did was, I saw it and I was like, cool. But originally I was only going out there for a week, and so they're like, oh, well, we actually need help next week. Do you stay? I'm like, yes, but question, can I get off early on Saturday? And they're like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, can I get off early on Saturday? Because I'm trying to. I was like, I've never been out to Road America, and they have a NASCAR race going on this weekend, and I would like to go out and check that out. And they're like, oh, for real? And I was like, yeah. I was like, is that cool? And like, yeah, we'll work you like a half day, and then you can go. I was like, sweet. So I started at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was on site, punched in, worked till about 11. I think the NASCAR race started at like 2 o'clock. So then I went back to the hotel, changed clothes, went out to Road America, which was like 30 minutes from the work site from Sheboygan or something like that. Drove out there, parked the truck, put my hat on, and went walking around. Met up with a couple guys that I actually met through MNVW. Um, I met up with them because I guess the series that he races for, Grid Life, was actually out there before NASCAR. So he was out there and he knew the whole layout of the track and everything. So he's like, "Oh yeah, let's go check out a better spot." So we went to Canada Corner at Road America. Um, but yeah, it was awesome because otherwise I'd
That's
had
so
no
badass.
idea where the fuck I was going. Shout out Spaz. Spaz he races in a Mitsubishi for Road America courses. So he's cool as
That's so
fuck.
bad. It's like, and then you've been to the derbies up here, right?
Yeah, been to a couple
I
derbies up
I
here.
still want to go one of those, dog. That's still on the
Princeton
bucket list.
Raceway. Went to the
And
dirt
Rotten
track
Oak.
racing every weekend. We got Ogilvy up here too. What else? We went to Eve of Destruction for at Elko. Sarah and I went. Don't remember if it was last year or a couple of years ago. But yeah, we went to Eve of Destruction with the school bus races and everything. They don't hit each other like they used to. I remember them smoking the shit out of each other when I was a kid. They did not do that this time. It's kind of whack, but it's still pretty. It was still pretty entertaining though, because you're always like, "Oh, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna?" They pussy you
What are they
out.
gonna do? Yeah, like there's so like Garrett's a car head. Like he's
I like.
he's
I just like doing different shit. I like going to
like
entertain. I
he
like
like.
being entertained. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
I
Oh
like going
man,
to watch cool shit. That's really
I
all it is.
I still want to go to a NASCAR one and a Formula One. Those are like
Formula One
and
would be interesting. I wanted to go see trophy trucks down here because they have it on my ERX every so often. Cody said it's not really worth it because you see them for like, boom, gone, and you don't see anything until they come back around. So I mean, kind of want to go see it just to see it, but I mean, realistically, Road America was the same way though too. Like you're just gonna watch them. They have big screens all over the place, but like, it's like, oh cool, here they come, and they're gone. And I have to wait for another minute or two before they come back around, which realistically isn't that bad because then you actually have time to talk to people around you. But I do want to go to like Bristol and see a race down there. I do want to go to a couple like actual like oval NASCAR events too. That'd be really fucking cool.
that would be fucking great.
Yeah.
That'd be so
Next,
much.
the next things I want to do. So I've been to a couple rodeos now too. Those are always off. Those are
I
always pretty
I went to
entertaining.
rodeos growing up because I was in a part of a brother sister program, and
Okay.
uh, and the sister at the head time she was a cowgirl and she loved the rodeos and I've been to a few so I wish it was pretty cool. And
Yeah.
Monster Jam,
Oh yeah,
every
I went to
kid
Monster Gym as a kid.
loved going to Monster. Dude, like you the fucking they do the 360s in the
I went to X
air.
Games for free when they were out here too. God, who did I
Oh,
get those tickets from? I don't
that would
remember.
that would have been
But shout out to
cool.
whoever gave me those tickets for that. We went to the X Games when they were here in Minnesota because it was at inside U.S. Bank. Me, Jalen, my mom, and my godson Brody. We all went to that event, and that was
Yeah, like
awesome to see. It was all
dude,
skateboarding and shit. It was pretty cool.
where I love I'm a big fan of skateboarding too and stuff
I
like
can't
that.
skateboard for shit or
I'm like
rollerblade
I know how
or roller skate for
rollerblade.
that matter.
I know how rollerblade and skateboard. I broke my leg rollerblading
Yeah,
in
see,
sixth grade.
I would be out on that
And
then.
I still want to do it to this
I
day.
can't ski, can't snowboard.
I want us to go snowboarding still since because growing up I didn't have a lot of money, so I now have money. I want to do
We
things.
went through school a lot.
Uh,
Like twice in elementary school I went.
yeah, our elementary school was like, oh,
I went to Adams Spanish Immersion. Shout out.
dude,
Awesome
I think
time.
that's
So I
badass.
met that's where I met the homie Jalen.
I,
Porque hablo español también. Entonces,
hablo español también, chico.
entonces es bueno porque puedo hablar con Raúl en español y nadie sabe qué estamos haciendo.
Tú sabes, chico.
But yeah,
Mi hermano
so
ahí.
so
Fucking
no,
right.
that's no, it's fun. I just enjoy doing different things like that.
Yeah, like,
It's I've
dude,
been
where
to
you?
Big Ships Festival in Duluth. That's pretty cool too.
And
They're
I
bringing like
and
old like
I
pirate ships
never
and
been to
shit.
Duluth either as well.
The
Like,
world's largest rubber duck. You never been to Duluth?
yeah, I never been to Duluth. We had a job near Duluth, but we didn't
Oh, we
go to
did because we just
Duluth.
went up there and back in like Crookston, I think is what it
Yeah,
was.
like we were
Yeah,
there, like there and back,
not
but
Crookston.
it was it was
Cloquet.
some it was something near Duluth,
It
but
was like a
we were there.
COVID cleaning or some shit.
Yeah, literally, like if you would have went up more the road, we'll be in Duluth.
Yeah,
Like
we'll have
this
to go.
summer,
Sarah's
dude,
just
this
saying
summer.
she wants to go. We'll have to go do a cruise for cancer. That's what we should
Yeah,
do.
and I hope
This
it.
next
And
fall.
I hope I have. I'm a big fan of photography.
Hmm.
I'm a big fan of photography. In high school, I did. I was in a competition, and I got third place.
That's right.
So I still want to do photography, and I have a buddy of mine that's getting married this year. He's really good at it too, so he's gonna show me the cooks and crannies of like getting a good picture and editing pictures and all that shit. So which
Oh
is
yeah.
pretty cool. So It's on the wish list of Amazon right now.
The
I'm
camera
looking
that you
at
want?
yes, I'm looking at it. I'm gonna pop it up. I want I want this camera so bad. And I showed my buddy like about the camera, and he's like, "Yeah, that's a good gas camera." So he's like, "Oh, that's a fucking good ass one. I want this one right here." I don't know if you can see it, but it comes with
Kind of.
everything.
Yeah, that's
It
sick.
comes it comes with everything and
Was
a
it
fucking
Nikon?
yeah. It's a Nikon. It's a 4000D RSLR, and it comes with all the pictures, posts, somebody you can hook up on and shit like that. So like,
Nice.
it comes with everything in a fat ass memory card. It comes with a terabyte memory card.
That's sick.
So I was like, this is fucking golden. And then he's gonna help me good editing software, so I can start making a page.
Yeah.
I want to make a page just photography and big anime slash clips and shit like that because I want to make anime like VOAs and shit like that. So
I don't know what that means, VOA.
it's like pretty much some music with the anime shit.
Oh, okay.
So pretty
It's
much,
like an anime music video type shit.
yeah. Well, they really call it MVAs, but like I call them VOAs because it's
Oh.
visual effects and anime.
Got you. Just a little bit different, but alright, well, I think that's about it. I'm about to go over here to my neighbors and play some cards real quick, I think.
Oh no,
Spend some time
oh
over
yeah.
there, have a couple of brewskis, might get on the game afterwards.
I'm gonna.
Um,
We're both trying to be streamers and shit like that, so I'm gonna hop on.
you hop on
And
stream.
I'm gonna hop on the stream on Tuti Gaming.
Uh,
TTI Gaming IN no G. So if you guys want to follow, go ahead and Garrett shout out your shit too.
Yep,
As
shout
well.
out, like I said, ECCMN for everything, Snap, Insta. I've been lacking on my Instagram and Snapchat though. I need to get back into it.
And
And also Goldy G84 and everything else.
and then
Oh
he's
yeah,
gonna try to make T-shirts and stuff like that
trying
too.
to make some. Yep, I'm looking for my
Yes,
heat press shit right now too.
and he got the stickers. I got one on my
I do.
dad.
Damn, I should have brought them down for this. I didn't think about that. I have some pre-made stickers. ECC, just like the flag in the background. Let me see if I can fix that a little bit better. There you go, just like that. Got them on my car. Raul's got one.
Yeah.
That's the logo right there. So, no, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Watch us as our first one. So, it'll only get better from here as we
Big
figure
facts,
out.
dog. On to the most definitely.
As we figure it out and stuff. So, you have any ideas for what we should do? Please let us know. Otherwise, shout out. Thanks for chilling, hanging out with us, tuning in. Until next
God
time.
bless it. Yep. God bless everybody.
Peace.
Peace.